Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another video. Just got to the gym. We're going to head in there and hit back and biceps today. So we're going to get after it. No talking this time. So let's jump into our gym edit in 3, 2, 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I didn't do a great job at introducing myself so you guys knew who I was and what I'm doing and why I started this channel. I was just so hyped up really to just get started so that I could be consistent. I didn't really do like an intro video. I just did like the welcome to day one and just went for it full send. So I wanted to introduce myself formally and say hi to everyone on here and welcome to my channel. So I'm Chase. I'm married, 3 kids, busy dad, and I own a supplement company called Lone Crusader Supplements. Started it back in July, and we have 2 products currently. We have our pre-workout, which is Primal Charge, and we have creatine, which I think is, one of the most important supplements to have in your regimen of supplements. But our pre-workout, we formulated it around more of a hybrid training style, which is what I do. So I lift and run, and no, I'm not a crazy runner. I'm, not running marathons and running, 15, 20 miles, a day and stuff like that. But I do prioritize my heart health, and I do think that running is a great way to accomplish that. I enjoy it for the most part, but I love lifting. So that is how I train, is more of a hybrid split where I will lift and then I will do, I'll go for a run. Usually right after I'm done lifting, I just hop on the treadmill and I go, or, when the weather gets better and it's summertime, I'll go for a run outside, usually later, or if I have the time, I'll go for a run after I get the kids to school and stuff like that, before I sit down to work. So that's how I train. That's what I do. And so that's how I formulated our pre-workout, was around the hybrid lifestyle. Instead of just being pumped full of caffeine and stimulants to get you kind of jacked out of your mind, it's more of a performance-based type of pre-workout. So it has your essential electrolytes in there, potassium, calcium, sodium, to avoid cramping and keep your muscles hydrated and full during your workout. And then obviously it has nootropics like L-tyrosine, a Mento pump for blood oxygenation, and of course caffeine. So it's a very clean, performance-based pre-workout to really fuel your hybrid type of training, whether you're just lifting, whether you are just running. It has that option for a 1 scoop, 2 scoop, and really just fuels what your workout is going to be. So that's what I created it for, was for that type of training. Now, obviously, if you're just gonna lift and you're strength training, it's great for that too. Just take 2 scoops. But if you are just gonna run, it has that option for 1 scoop with lower caffeine. But it does have those options for you. I personally take 2 scoops every time, whether I'm just lifting or if I'm lifting and running, because I feel like 2 scoops just dialed for me. But I wanted that option for people who, don't want a lot of caffeine, especially if they're running. So that's how I formulated it. We have 2 additional products that will be coming to market this year. Don't have deadlines on those yet, but those are on my list of things to do this year for goals. And it'll be Primal Charge V2, which is just a little bit more dialed up version of Primal Charge. Just through research and feedback, we've kind of identified a couple things that we want to tweak in there. And that's just because that's how I am, always striving to do better and change things so people enjoy them. I'm not just going to leave them because I think they're perfect. I'm going to go with what people are saying about it as well. And can't please everybody. But anyways, the second one will be, just like with all our products, are going to be hybrid based. So it's going to be a pump non-stim pre-workout, but with some of the trademarked ingredients that I have in that formula, it'll be very performance based as well, to really fuel whatever workout you're doing. And it can be a standalone pre-workout, but it can also be stacked with Primal Charge. The way I formulated stuff is that it can be stacked with our other, with our other products. Left room for that as well. But it's not just your standard non-stim where it's just a bunch of nootropics and pump and that's it. The trademarked ingredients in there, once again, are performance based to fuel your workout, to be able to keep you going, and not just be mentally locked in, but be physically locked in as well. So anyways, just wanted to kind of go over who I am, what I'm doing, and bring you guys along for the ride as we grow this business. Because we're a company that's out here to fuel athletic performance, but also coming from someone who understands it as a dad who cares about chasing fitness goals still and being in shape, and coming from a family that, my dad was a competitive power lifter, all strength based, and did amazing things, won lots of trophies and things like that. And also my wife was a college athlete, college soccer, and her sister's an IFBB pro and competed in bodybuilding, and her mom also competed in bodybuilding, and her dad and her brother was also a really good hockey player. So we just come from a family of athletes, and so that's why I've always loved athletic performance, but also being very well balanced, kind of seeing both sides of this, of like being an athlete myself, not going as far as my wife, but seeing both sides of just a strength-based type athlete that just does lifting, right? Whether it's just the bodybuilding, whether it's competitive power lifting like my dad, or being, a hockey player like my brother-in-law. It was just all endurance. Yes, you have strength because you're slamming into other players, right? But, didn't necessarily do a lot of lifting, just a lot of, endurance-based training, sprints up and down the ice on his skates and stuff like that. So just being able to see both of these, and then obviously my college background, which is in, anatomy and physiology, biomechanics, have my bachelor's degree and all that. So it's just cool to be able to have had experience and see both sides of these and be able to combine it into a hybrid based company where you don't have to be one or the other. You don't have to just be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be just an endurance runner. You can be hybrid, and you can love the bodybuilding style of training and lifting like I do, because it's just in my blood, but also care about being able to lay down some miles and run, and not just, I can lift, but I get winded after I'm on the treadmill for 10 minutes. So just being able to do both of those types of training, and have products that fuel both of those styles of training in one, without having to buy tons of different products or feel like you have to be aligned with one company or the other because they're primarily based in one of those areas. So that's what I wanted to do. That's why we started this company, and I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride, which is why I started this YouTube channel, so you guys could be part of that, because we're still growing. We're not this huge company that, you know, is already accomplished all their goals and did everything they wanted to do, and now they're recording everything. You know, we're still working out of our house and just trying to build and get our name out there, and I feel like we're doing a really great job. And so I wanted to bring you guys along for that as I tell the story and build the brand, so you guys can see us as, you know, we get ready to launch new apparel here this month, and you know, we're coming out with other products that you guys get to be part of that journey, because I want to bring you guys along for it, because it's exciting for me. And I know that when I used to watch, you know, a lot of the individuals I watched on YouTube, that I loved feeling like I was part of the journey of them coming out with new products or showing us the lineup of their new apparel or whatever it was. But I felt like I was there and I got to be part of it, and it got me excited. And so now being able to do it myself, I'm like, man, that would be awesome to start a channel. Yes, I got to be vulnerable. Yes, I got to be in front of a camera, which is not my favorite thing in the world, right? But I wanted to do it because I remember how excited I felt when I would watch those videos, because I felt like I was part of the company, part of building something with that YouTuber. And so I wanted to do the same thing with you guys, because that gets me excited. It gets me excited to do it on my own, but it gets me excited to be able to do that with you guys and provide you guys that opportunity as well. So I really hope you guys can join me in this journey, like and subscribe, because we're gonna be doing some cool stuff, and it'd be awesome for you guys to come along for the ride. So the video today, guys, and I appreciate you guys coming along with me, getting to know me, and I look forward to getting to know you guys as well and bringing you along for what we're going to be doing here. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.